Hello everyone and welcome to the lecture on the Windows PostgreSQL installation. First thing you're going to want to do is go ahead and open a web browser and go to www.postgresql.org. So let me go ahead and jump to my web browser so I can show you what this looks like. Okay, so I'm at my web browser now, and something I wanted to point out is you can actually just Google search PostgreSQL, and the very first thing that will pop up as far as the non-ad links is going to be postgresql.org. So go ahead and click that link, and it should take you to a page that looks like this. And then the next thing you're going to do is go ahead and go to download. And once that's loaded, you'll see PostgreSQL core distribution, and you'll see some pre-built packages. What you're going to do is click on Windows, and then you're going to go ahead and download the graphical installer. And what this is going to do is going to really make the process of installing super straightforward, and it's actually very quick and fast. And it's also going to install a very important graphical tool called pgadmin 3. So let's go ahead and click download here, and it'll take you to a new page. You can go ahead and not register. And what you're going to do is go ahead, depending on your computer, download the latest version. Right now it's 9.5.1 for me. And depending on whether you have a 32-bit or 64-bit, if you have a newer computer, it's probably going to be 64-bit. Go ahead and click the download that's appropriate for you. Click it, and your download should begin shortly. And depending on what browser you're using, you should see it come over here. All right, so I'll go ahead and jump to the end of that download. All right, so I went ahead and jumped to the finished download, and let's go ahead and click on that executable file. Go ahead and say yes. And you should have the graphical installer jump up. Okay, there it is. So let's go ahead and all you have to do is click next. Save it if you want to whatever directory, but I'm just going to choose the default under Program Files PostgreSQL 9.5. Go ahead and click next. Go ahead and store your data under the data folder. That's fine too. And this is the important part. You're going to want to provide a password for a database super user. So we'll go over later on what a super user actually is, but make sure you remember whatever password you type in here. So let me go ahead and fill this out. Okay, so I filled that out. I'm going to go ahead and click next. And go ahead and leave the default port. It should probably be 5432 or a very similar number. You can leave that as default. Go ahead and leave this location for the database cluster as default. And then now you're ready to begin installing. So then you can go ahead and click next. And you'll notice it actually installs very quickly. Again, make sure you write down your super user password somewhere so you remember it. We'll be going over that later on what it actually means, but basically you may need that password later on to access and create tables as a super user. All right, I'll go ahead and fast forward to this finishing. So we're actually almost done. That only was a jump of about 20 seconds. The whole process should only take at most just a few minutes. You'll notice it's going to initialize the database cluster. It'll say this may take a few minutes depending on the speed of your computer. That speed may vary. Okay, so once that's done initializing, you'll notice you have a stack builder option. Go ahead and just click that off. You won't need it for this course. And then just go ahead and say finish. And that's it. All right, in the next lecture, I will show you how to load the sample data into your newly created PostgreSQL installation. Thanks everyone, and I will see you at the next lecture.